So when we're doing that, either one, when we're volunteering or our employment, if we can do it together, we can achieve so much more and earn much, much more.
So I want to kind of go back to where you were talking about legislation and how it not being clear, and that's why it moves through the courts. Um, let's talk about that a little bit more because that I found it interesting.
Thank you, Tara. That because I'm sorry, you got on one of my hot spots because as I mentioned before, the term visitation used to be the term that was always used for the person who wasn't the custodial parent. Person that was a non-custodial parent, they got visitation with their children or their grandchildren. We
Right.
can't forget our grandparents, but it's mostly about the parents and the children that they were visitors. Well, cut that right away. And back in 1992, we created Colorado Revised Statutes. We changed that term from visitation to parenting time
Right.
because that's the time with each parent. Doesn't matter if you're the custodial parent or non-custodial parent, you have parenting time. Now, when we did that, our judicial system, our lawyers and our judges didn't, there were a lot of them. And again, that's where I go into the 80-20 rule. So I jump a lot, but there's just so much to this.
Hmm.
If we know the Pareto Principle, the 80-20 rule first came out that 20% of the people owned 80% of the world, 20% of the people make 80% of the income. There is a smaller percentage that are doing more, not always negative and not always positive. But in my speaking and my coaching, I also talk about, and we talk about 80-20. It's not exactly that. It could be 60-40. It could be 90-10. But the bottom line, there's a percentage that's one way and a percentage that's the other. In our world, too many times it's the extreme that's on that lower percentage.